Hey guys, Claak here with a 7.15 talent patch, and oh my god, are they crazy. Just pretty much just forget everything you learned this expansion for PvP Ferals, because we are changing like crazy. Alright, let's not waste time and let's hop right into the talents. For the first row talents, nothing is changing, but you're going to want to go into Relentless, and I'll tell you why, because in the next row, we have a new ability called Toughness. What Toughness does is any duration of a stun is going to be reduced by additional 25%, so if you add Relentless, which is 20%, you're going to be 45% less in stuns, and the main thing that even stops Ferals is stuns itself, and fear, but that's one less thing we have to worry about. Ferals are already hard enough to peel, and this is just going to make it that much more difficult to peel. And another reason why this is so good is because we're not going to even have to pop Trinket most of the time to pop Wall, because stun durations are going to be crazy short. I mean, just this talent alone is pretty much a game changer, but there's so much more I have to show you. The next row is totally revamped, and it's absolutely crazy what they give us. For the first one, it's going to be Tooth and Claw, and this talent is going to be mainly used in Ready BGs if the Feral Druid happens to be the flag carrier. It's absolutely disgusting what it does. Let me go ahead and read the tooltip real quick for you. Maximum health while in bear form increased by 15%, and damage while in bear form increased by additional 30%. And that alone is just crazy, but then they have to throw in another thing called Enraged Maim, and it increases your maul damage by 500%. You could also go into the talent if you know you're going to be trained by some really heavy melee class like DK, Demon Hunter, which pretty much destroys Ferals at the moment, because all they do is put us in stuns, but thank God we got Relentless and Toughness, so we're going to sit in 45% less stuns, and if you feel like you're still getting trained really hard to the point you need a spec in something else, this would be that. The next ability is called Master Shapeshifter, and this is absolutely disgusting. Basically, if you go into Feral Affinity, in cap form, your damage is going to be increased by 30% the whole time, passive. It's not like a damage cooldown, it's a flat out 30% damage increase. That is absolutely insane. I've never seen Blizzard just straight up give someone such a big buff. Next ability is Thorns, and this is alright, but I really can't see us ever really using it over any of the other two talents. Maybe Thorns could be good against double melee if they're training you, but that's a reach. For the next row of talents, the only thing that has changed is we got Malorne Swiftness. And I'll just go ahead and again read the tooltip. Your travel form movement speed while within a battleground or arena is increased by 20%, and you always move at 100% movement speed while in travel form. And honestly, that's really good. That's just saying you can't ever be slowed, and your movement speed is increased by additional 20%. What is happening? What is Blizzard doing to us? Like, we can't be stunned, we can't be slowed pretty much now? What on earth is happening? I mean, these are good changes in our favor for sure, but I can feel the nerf from a mile away. Moving on to the next row, King of the Jungle, I'm going to go ahead and read the tooltip. For every enemy you have Rip active on, your damage and movement speed is increased by 4%, stacks up to 3 times. Okay, this actually got nerfed. It used to be 7%, so this is already looking really bad. Alright, moving to the next one. Enraged Maim, and you deal 600% of weapon damage, physical damage, and incapacitate the target for 6 seconds. This is pretty crazy. The Maim is going to do a lot of damage, and it's also going to put someone in 6-second stun. No one else has that besides rogues. I really don't know what we're turning into. This is absolutely ridiculous. And this also doesn't require any combo points, at least what it looks like from the tooltip. So this ability is on an automatic 6-second stun. It's like a Hodge or something. It's crazy. This is going to be very useful when you're trying to peel or trying to get a stun on the healer to get that Cyclone. And hence I said Cyclone. Yes, Ferals do get Cyclone back, but it's going to be on a 10-second cooldown. But here's the kicker: your bleeds do tick through Cyclone. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgustingly good for us Ferals. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm just mind blown by how much my class is changing, and I hope a lot of you guys are going to like these changes as well, because it's going to make us go into single target DPS more than just bleeding everyone around, and I really like that. Alright, for the next ability we have Earthen Grasp. And it reads, Entangling Roots is no longer dispellable, reduces the target's chance to hit by 80%, but now has its 10-second cooldown. That is disgustingly good again. That works in our favor so much for peels on melee that can't be dispelled, so the only way for them to get out is to Trinket or Blade Storm, or they have to use some big cooldown for them to get out of this. No healer can simply just dispel this person, and while they can't get out, they're going to be taking all the bleed damage. It's crazy. And time for the last row, and probably the biggest change that I hear so much cry from every other class, and I understand why they're crying. I would cry if I was a different class too. Ferocious Wound. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this slowly so you guys can take it in for what it is. Attacking with 5 combo point Ferocious Bite reduces the target's maximum health by 25% for 20 seconds. Ferocious Wound can only be active on one target at once. Alright, let me go ahead and read that slowly one more time. Reduces the target's maximum health by 25% for 20 seconds. What in the actual crap? Are you kidding me? Someone can have a fourth of the life? You know how disgustingly good this is? Shh! Do you hear that? The cries and tears from the other classes begging us to get nerfed? I can. Alright guys, just try to remember these are just the PvP talents alone. This is not even the normal talents that we're going over. This is just PvP talents. This is absolutely crazy how much our class is changing within one patch. With one patch. It's literally like a totally different expansion already. Alright guys, that sums up this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. It truly means a lot to me. And if you have a comment, go ahead and comment down below. Alright guys, get out there and pwn some nubs.